G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son, our playthrough of Guilford from the Tri-Battle Pack of the American Revolution, and we are going on with turn 2, which is turn 9 for the historical scenario, and we now have a contested initiative. But before we go on, the first thing is that I forgot to give the Americans a momentum chit when they got the 10 and captured a British one when they captured an American. So the Brits now have 2 momentum chits, and they're going to spend 1 this time for the initiative roll, so that's going to give them a +2 to their roll. Okay, so righto, here we go, and we have an 8 and an 8, so the British win it because that becomes a 10, because both of them have an initiative +1, so yep, so the British are up. Righto, so British are doing it, so we're into movement. So again, no reinforcements. Disrupted units, none. Shattered units, none. Pin units may move only if they do not end up adjacent to an enemy unit. Okay, so I don't really want to move that pinned unit here, or pinned units here. But if I don't, then that means they're going to have to attack both these stacks. And I can't get this bloke around to help even the odds. So that's a bit sucky. I've also got to worry about Washington's Dragoons coming up here as well. So what do we want to do? Okay, I think I've got to pull them out. That's going to cost me a army morale point and bring them back to here, which is going to leave them open to attack again. But I don't really see anything else I can do. The only other thing I could do is bring these units around here and then maybe use 1 as a spoiling attack, but I don't really like that idea either. I know what we'll do. Okay, we're going to leave the pinned unit there. No, we're not. I will move stuff and then I'll come back and show you so you're not worried about all my dithering. Righto. So I've brought the O'Hara and his stack back, and that's cost us a army morale point. So the Brits are now on 13 and the Continentals are on 12. I've left Webster here to push after these rifle troops here, and I've brought Leslie down with his stack to attack down here, whilst bringing Cornwallis forward with the artillery, joining Tarleton up to him as well to give a little bit more oomph, so we can start to play silly buggers there. So movement's done, nothing for the rally phase. We have the defensive artillery phase, so we have the American artillery, the Continentals, at range 3 for 1 strength point. So that's a 9 they need. Target is in the open. Target is artillery. So that's a +1. So that's a 10. Sorry, that's an 8. So we need an 8 or better. 8 or a 9 to hit. And we get a 6, so no hit. All righto. So defensive artillery is done. We go to the rifle fire phase. Righto. So up the top here, we have the Jaegers and Lynch. And down here with a first fire marker, we have Campbell. Okay. Now, the Jaegers are going to fire at Lynch, but Lynch is going to fire at the 33rd. And down here, Campbell is going to fire at the 2nd Fraser's Highlanders. So we'll start up top with the Jaegers first again. They're adjacent, so it's a 7. Target is light infantry, so that's an 8. They're in light forest is a 9. And that's it. Okay, so the Jaegers need a 9 and get a 4. And the Continentals need an 8 because they're not firing at light infantry and get a 0, so nothing there. Righto, coming down here, we have a first fire against here, so we have a 7 to start with. +1 is a 6, but they're in light forest, so it's a 7 still. And we get a 1, so nothing there. Okay. Rifle fire's done, we go into close combat. So what we have here is 6 against 1. So that's going to be a 4 to 1. This is the best we can do. And looking at the modifiers, our lead unit is going to be the who do we want to use? I don't want them to get hurt. We'll use the Royal Welsh Fusiliers as the lead unit. Excuse me. So we get a +1 for that. We get a +1 for the for Webster. Any defending unit is a rifle unit, takes us up to +3. Defender's not surrounded or anything else, no. And then we get down to +2 because of the morale of the rifle unit. Any attacking unit is a rifle, so we're down to +1. Oh, we got an extra +1 because we're attacking militia. So we're at +2. 4 to 1 +2. So tactics it is. For the Brits, they are engaged with a leader. The opponent has no leader. The flank is possible and withdraw is plausible. So we're going to use table 5, which is a die 10. Oh, bloody 1. Withdraw. No! I hate it when it does that. Okay. And for the Americans, they're engaged without a leader, and withdraw is plausible, so it's a D8 for them. And they get a 2, which is withdraw as well. So both withdrawing and nothing else happens. What a pain in the bottom. Okay. So the Brits come back and the rifle goes back like that. And then we have the attack down here. So again, we have 6. We're going to use Von Bose as the lead unit, and we're going to use Lee's Legion of... No, we're not. We're going to use Lee's Legion of Foot as the lead unit for them. So what we have is 6-3, which is a 2-1. Again, we have a +1 for the attacker morale, a +1 for Leslie. We have a +1 because we're against a rifle unit as well. All defending, no. Okay, so that's it. We're at +3. For defender benefits, we have a +1, so we're down to that. There's no leader, no attacking rifle units. And that's it. So we're at a 2-1 +2. And again, we look at the tactical matrix, and we have, for the Brits again, engaging with a leader. And they've got a demi-leader. Yep, so they're okay. So engage with a leader, but he doesn't, the demi-leader doesn't act for the stack. He acts for himself only. So engage with the leader. Flank is possible. Withdraw is plausible. So again, table 5 for a die 10 for the Brits. And we get a 7 this time, which is a frontal assault, which makes sense. And then for the Brits, the Colonials, they're engaging without a leader. So withdraw is plausible, so again it's a D8. And they get a 4, which is stand fast. So a stand fast against a frontal assault is a -1. So we're down to 2-1 at +1. And we get a 6, +1 is 7, and a 2-1 for a 7 is disrupted, disorganized. So Lee's Legion of Foot goes back 1, 2, 3. Campbell now does a morale check, so he needs a 4 or better, and passes, so he stays. And Lee's Legion of Horse, again a 4 or better, and he passes as well, so he stays. Like that. Right, and that is that. So we go into the second player's turn. So we can remove these pin markers now from them. Like that. And disrupted units may move 1 hex. and I'm going to do little diddly bops. No, I don't want to move him at the moment. Okay, so movement for these boogers. And I think what we're going to try and do is take these guys. So we're going to bring this forward like this. And we're going to bring these guys forward like this. And we're going to bring this fella forward like this again. And then what we're going to do, we have 2 here. We have 2, 4, 6 there. So we're going to bring this forward as well. So they can go 1, 2, 3 to there. Still got a rifle with the first fire. We're going to move our artillery back 1, 2, 3 for the time being. Our rifle is going to come down 1, 2.5. No, they'll come into here, and this guy will come into here as well, like that. And that should give us 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite 2 to 1, but that's okay. And then this bloke here. What do I want to do with him? Because I've now got 2, 4. Okay, I still want to try and keep these guys unsettled. So we'll go to there. That's 1.5. And then that's another 2.5 to there. So that's 4. Then we'll go 5 to there. Like that. And that just, now they've got to make up their mind whether they want to fire their artillery this way, or this way. Okay, so defensive artillery, rally phase, morale check. So we've got this little fella here. Modified die roll of 5 or greater rallies the unit. Yay! Well, it's 4 or more because he's got a +1. And he rolls a 6 and he rallies. Yay! Okay. So defensive artillery fire. And I think what we want to do is try and knock out one of these blokes. So we'll just go for this top bloke here. So this is the Berkeley County Militia. Okay, so we have a 3 strength unit firing at 3 is 7. They're not in forest, they're not light infantry, they're not artillery. No. So it's a 7 or better. Here we go. Oh, we get a 9. So we hit him. So let's see what we're going to do to him. So we have artillery fire against non-artillery. Oh, 1. So that's a retreat. Okay, so this guy has to retreat 1. And these guys have to do a... holy crikey, poo bums. They have to do a morale check. But before I do, we had this guy rally, so the Americans pick up a army morale point, which I forgot. Okay, so first guy, I think both of these are zeros. No, a 0 and a -1. Okay, so the Augusta County first up needs a 5 or better and fails. And we need a 6 or better for the last fella. Oh, and he fails miserably. So that's just taken the sails right out of them. They've all retreated away. Good artillery. Okay, and then we're into the rifle fire phase. So again, we have these here. So it'll be the Jaegers against Lynch, and Lynch again against the 33rd of Foot. So again, they started a 7 for being adjacent. Target is light infantry for the Brits, so therefore it's an 8. It's a 9 for the Brits. And they get a 6, and it'll be an 8 for Lynch, and gets a 6. So nothing up there. Okay, let's just chuck those all back up there. No. And then we have the North Carolina Independent Volunteers here. And they're going to go after the 2nd Battalion of Guards. So again, this is not their first fire or anything else. They've already done all that. So it's going to be a 7. And that is it. 7 or better. Not 3. So again, all that goes back. He comes back up on there. They've all run away. So we have a first fire now for Surrey County. Again, firing at Fraser's. So again, it's a 7. Becomes a 6. Becomes a 7 again because they're in there. So 7 or better gets a 1. And that's the end of that. So we go into close combat. Okay, so rifles do not have to attack, so they're fine. But now we have these guys attacking into here. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To 6 is a 2 to 1. Our lead unit will be the Rockbridge County, because they've got a 0. Everybody else is a negative. Yep. Okay, so 2 to 1. And our lead will be, the Guards. The Grenadiers, sorry. Right. So, Continentals attacking. They have a 0 modifier for morale for their lead unit. They have a 1 for Stevens. So they're at +1, 2 to 1. Any defender is a rifle? No. 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 That's it, +1. Defender benefit, we have a +2, so they're down to -1 already. Plus we have another 1 for O'Hara, so they're at -2. Any attacking unit is a rifle, they're at -3. And that's it. So 2 to 1 at -3. Tactics for the Continentals. They are engage with a leader. Opponent has a leader. Flank is possible with these troops. Withdraw is plausible for them. So they're going to use table 7. Sorry, flank possible. Table 9, idiot. And they roll a 1, which of course is withdraw. And for the Brits, again, engaged with a leader. Can they flank? Well, they can come to here. So flank is possible. And withdraw is plausible. So again, using table 9, rolling a d8. And we have a 5, which is frontal assault, which means they're at another -2. They're now at -5. Ouch. 2 to 1 -5. They roll a 6. So 2 to 1 for 1 is attacker disrupted. Okay. So this was our attacker lead unit, and he goes back 1, 2, 3. We do our morale checks. Okay, so both these units are -1, but we have a 1 for their leader, so therefore 5 or better for the first one. He stays. 5 or better for the second one. He stays. Okay, so they both stay. The leader is going to stay. And these guys are in a different stack, but they all attacked. So again, we've got to go through it again. And now he's got nothing to help. Okay, so the rifle unit to start with is at a -1. So he needs a 6 or better to stay. And he does. The center unit is going to retreat 1. And then this last unit here, again, 6 or better. And he retreats 1 as well, which means the rifle unit stays there, but the leader is going to come back. Like that. Okay, so it's a -1 to the American army morale for the disruption. And that's that. And now they've got to attack here, the poor buggers. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think they're going to use the rifle in this, though. So the lead unit will be... they're both... Yuck. I don't think we're going to use either rifles. So the lead unit is going to have to be Lee's Legion of Horse, and ours again will be von Bowes. So they're attacking with 3, so it's going to be a 1 to 2 attack, which is crap. Okay. No, he can't. Okay. Lead unit is a +1. Defending unit rifle, no. Nobody's shattered. Any attacker is mounted to grounds, no. No, that's it. Ouch. And then we have a +1 for von Bows, so we're down to 0. We have the commander, so they're now at -1. And that's it. So it's a 1 to 2 at -1. Leadership. Tactics. They are engaged without a leader. Withdrawal is plausible. They use table 1 and get a 4, which is stand fast. And for the Americans, again, they're engaged with the leader. Flank is possible. And withdrawal is plausible. Table 5, which is a die 10. And they get a 7, which is frontal assault. So we have a stand fast with a frontal assault. That's another -1. So they're at 1 to 2 at -2. Righto. And they roll a 9, which is pretty good. So they get a 7 at 1 to 2 is defender retreat. Okay. So this guy has to retreat. And then we have to do our morale check for this guy. So he's at +2, so 3 or better to stay. Oh yeah, he does that. So we'll leave him there with him. Like that. They were bloody lucky, that's for sure. Okay, so then we have the end of turn. There's no automatic victory. So the Brits haven't achieved anything that time, realistically. The Continentals are holding them. So that's the way it goes. So I hope you enjoyed again. And that's the end of turn 2. And we'll come back next time with turn 3. Okay, take care. Bye for now.